Oh my god, you guys. Look at what I am wearing. See that? Is that like a coincidence or what? Just kidding, guys. I spent like 2 hours searching for this hoodie so I could wear it for this video. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna keep wearing this hoodie. So 3 to 4 of you have asked me what my MA Fashion Design Management course was like at LCF. Maybe there are more people out there planning to take up this course and wondering what it is like as well. So this video is for you guys. I will be running through who the course is for, what the requirements are to get in, what the course itself was like, what you had to study, etc. So let's get started. Firstly, let's start by looking at who the course is for. The MA FDM course is designed for people who want to take up higher, more managerial leadership positions in the fashion industry. This course looks at fashion in depth and on an international scale, teaching you to strategize and successfully face fashion challenges and solving them in global fashion businesses. If you choose to take this up, on graduating you can enter careers in design, buying, merchandising, consultancy, supply chain management, production management, etc. What are the requirements? Education-wise, LCF has standard entry requirements, which is an honors degree at 2.1 or above in a related discipline. Now, in India, this means that you will need to have a bachelor's degree and score above 70%, or in some cases even 60% depending on the university that you come from. Apart from this, you will also need to write an IELTS test, and in this test you will need to score at least a 7 overall, scoring a minimum of 6 in the reading, writing, speaking and listening categories. Now, I personally joined with a bachelor's in fashion design, but I don't remember my percentage at this time. Probably 89%, or was it 91%? No, 91% was my board exams. Anyway, it was above 70% is all I know. And although it is aimed towards people with a fashion background, if you come from a completely different discipline, I think you should still totally check if you are eligible by writing to the admissions committee at LCF. Here is the email ID. Now let's get to the course duration and the fees. The course is a 1-year course. It starts in September and ends the coming September, running for 45 weeks over 12 months. I was pretty surprised to find out that I would not be having class every day. I had classes 3 days in a week, sometimes even 2 days in a week. And I thought, wow, this course is so chill. I can go out on my free days, hang out with my friends, do some sightseeing, check out Madame Tussauds, post a story on Instagram, #LondonLife. But no. The remaining free days were spent completing coursework and sitting in the library. So the reason for this is that the universities in the UK, they place a lot of emphasis on individual study. You are encouraged to take days away from the course and study by yourself, which I think is a great move. And coming to course fees, it keeps changing from year to year, but currently for a student from India, it is £23,610, which is about 21 lakh in INR. I know it is a lot. But we have hope, because as an Indian, we have the Tara Nirula scholarship offered. You can apply for it at the time of your admission, and if you bag it, it takes care of your entire tuition fee and your accommodation, which is pretty kick-ass. The downside, however, is that the scholarship only funds one Indian student. So when you apply, make sure that your application and your SOP for the scholarship is stellar. Moving to the next and more important bit, what exactly happens during the course? What do you do? So to be awarded a master's degree at LCF, you will need a total of 180 credits. The entire course is divided into 3 blocks, which is something like a semester. Each block is 15 weeks long and each block is worth 60 credits. You will need to successfully complete and pass all 3 blocks in order to achieve a master's degree. Once you have completed and passed block 1 and 2, you can then move on to block 3, which is your master's project. so I will come to this in depth later. But in short, block 3 is your master's project where you will be assigned a mentor, and together you both will work towards writing a dissertation. Based on the final dissertation that you submit, you will be awarded an MA if you pass. Now, let's run through each block. Under block 1, you will have 3 main units of 20 credits each: collaborative challenge, design management principles, and sustainable design thinking. The title of each speaks for itself, and you will be going into depth studying each of these subjects. Although I should mention that the collaborative project was something that I thoroughly enjoyed. It will allow you to collaborate with a company and other LCF students and gain industry experience in the process. For this, you will have multiple companies briefing you on open projects that they have. And as students, you will need to apply for the ones that you find interesting. Now, the catch is that each company will have limited open spots for the number of students that can work with them. So once you have found a project that you like, you will need to send a proposal to the company detailing out why exactly you want to work with them, why you think you are the perfect candidate to be selected, etc. And if you are selected, then you can work with them, and then you are set for your 20 credits of the collaborative unit. I personally had a chance to work with the luxury brand Kering. I remember students applied, and of the ones that got selected, we got sorted into teams of 4 people each. Kering's project was based on sustainable fashion, and because of that, my team and we ended up putting together the prototype of an app that can tell you the total carbon footprint of a garment before you buy it, thereby bringing about awareness to the eco-conscious consumer. Keep in mind, however, that the company you work with will eventually look great on your CV. I still have collaborative unit with Kering listed on my CV till today, and recruiters are always super interested in how that went. The collaborative unit is also great for you to network and make some incredible contacts, some of which might come in handy for you later as well. Now, in block 2, your subjects are design and innovative strategy, leading design practice, and your research proposal, again of 20 credits each. These are self-explanatory again, but the research proposal is connected to your final dissertation. At this point, you will have to have a topic ready for your final dissertation, as well as the components and a general direction that it will take. Overall, I would say that Block 1 and Block 2 are full of group projects and interactive tasks. You will also have formative and summative assessments for each subject. The formative assessment will be feedback-driven and based on your performance. But the summative assessment will be a written assignment that you have to work on and submit. Kind of like an essay, and you will be graded on it. How it is different from India is that your classes will be less theory-based and more practice-based. In almost every class, you will be designing things and presenting them, or you will be trying to solve a case study, or collaborating with your classmates in a hands-on workshop, etc. Also, of course, unlike India, here there is no concept of an exam or a test that you need to study for. Block 3 is your master's project, aka your dissertation, and the whole thing is for 60 credits. Here, like I said, you will be assigned a mentor who will act as a guide throughout your dissertation research and writing. It will be someone from LCF itself. I personally had one of my lecturers as a mentor. You will work with him or her, meeting them once or more every week to give them an update on how your dissertation is progressing and get their opinion on what you have done so far. You will also eventually be evaluated and graded by this mentor as well. Now, my final dissertation, I started by collecting the data that I needed. I remember reaching out to maybe 60 to 80 companies, of which about 20, I think, reverted to give me data. I held calls and interviews with a ready questionnaire, and I noted down all their responses. All the data I got was then compiled and analyzed in my dissertation, amongst other things that I did as well. I will say that block 3 will be difficult. You will be expected to read hundreds of existing research papers to find data that you need. You will be constantly going to the library. You will be searching for the right people to interview. And you will be writing or typing rather a lot. When you are done completing your dissertation, you will have to get 2 copies printed and bound. LCF will retain 1 copy and you get to keep the other copy with you. It is this project that determines if you get your master's degree or not. So fair warning guys, be prepared to give the dissertation your all. So that is the summary of what the course will be like, guys. Do I recommend it? Yes, absolutely. I have said this before, but studying abroad taught me things on an international level, things I could not have picked up in India. The course was very challenging, but 100% worth it. I had just 2 or maybe 3 classmates who were from India and the rest were from across the globe. We were from the age groups 22 right up to 45 even. It was an enriching and eye-opening experience to just meet these people and do group projects and brainstorm with them, etc. 100% recommend. Apart from that, you guys have to see the facilities at LCF. They have a great fashion library, sample and sewing rooms, a 3D modeling room, cosmetically engineered scientific laboratories, visual merchandising suites, a digital anthropology lab, and so much more. There is just so much to see, so much to do, so much to learn. So yes guys, you should go if you can. So that is all for today's video guys. If you have any more specific questions that you want me to answer based on LCF, which I haven't been able to cover in this video, then please feel free to list them in the comments below and I will get back to you, or maybe I will make a part 2 to this video. So bye bye for now and see you in my next video.